became aware of Brian Higgins.
Brian Higgins?
Yes.
That name was bantied about as a potential witness in the investigation, correct?
Yes.
And you're aware that Brian Higgins indicated that he saw a tall, dark-haired man enter the home after he arrived, correct?
I'm not aware of that.
Why did you leave so quick?
Because it was a long day and I just wanted to go home.
Except you didn't go home, did you?
No, I went back to Canton PD.
Funny, I'm going through his retarded client's phone. No nude so far.
Yuri Buchanan.
Yuri Buchanan.
It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men.
Brian Tully, Tully.
You explained that in your mind there was no probable cause to seek a search warrant for the interior of the home, is that right?
Yes.
But you also admitted that you didn't seek consent, for which you don't have to have probable cause if you get consent, correct?
Correct.
On the stand is Brian Tully. He was the supervisor of Yuri Buchanan and Michael Proctor. Let's watch.
You've applied for myriad search warrants in your career, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Very experienced, correct?
Supposedly.
And I expect that there have been circumstances, Lieutenant Tully, in which you sought a search warrant and the judge says, no, I don't think there's enough here, correct?
Yes.
You indicated that you did not believe that there was information sufficient that y'all had at the very initial stages of the investigation to seek a search warrant or to ask for consent.
John O'Keefe's body was found laying on the lawn at 34 Fairview. None of the cops ever inspected the house, nor did they ever apply for a search warrant to review the house.
Correct?
Yes.
But you did know the following, that John O'Keefe had been invited to a party inside a home. You knew that that home was located at 34 Fairview.
Yes.
You also knew that John O'Keefe arrived at 34 Fairview.
We believe so, yes.
You also knew at the time that he had been, for want of a better phrase, partying with the individuals who were inside the home, correct?
They were at a bar previous to that, yes.
You're aware that a drinking glass was found in the yard adjacent to where Mr. O'Keefe's body was found.
Yes.
That drinking glass had been broken, correct?
Yes.
You're aware that drinking glasses are commonly found inside homes, right?
As well as bars.
That's the second snarky and incorrect remark by Trooper Tully on the stand. A properly trained witness, when asked a yes or no question, will only give a yes or no answer. When he was asked about the possibility of a glass being in the house at 34 Fairview, he did not respond with a simple yes. He actually gave a snarky or at a bar. That indicates to Allen and any other experienced lawyer he's trying to be deceptive.
As well as bars, right? But at that point, you didn't know. It's just a broken glass, correct?
It's a broken glass, correct.
You also know that he was found without a coat on. Are coats normally worn outside or inside?
It's user's choice.
Fair enough.
And there's another incorrect and snarky answer. It does Tully no good trying to compete with Allen. Where is a jacket usually worn? Outside or inside? The answer is obviously outside.
It's so hot out here today.
Don't give anything else but the real answer, which should have been outside.
18 degrees, you would expect that if someone was outside, they'd have a coat on, correct?
I'm the kind of person that wears shorts throughout the year. I'll often go without a jacket.
And look at the frustration on Mr. Reed's face when this witness, old Tully, answers the question with a snarky answer that's not only incorrect, but it angers everyone, including the jury.
All right, a true Bostonian.
Yes, sir.
He didn't have any coat, gloves, scarf, nothing like that.
Correct.
He had no winter gear on whatsoever, correct?
Correct.
You certainly would expect that if someone took their coat, their glove, their hat, their winter gear off, they might leave it inside the house, right? Rather than outside the house.
Objection.
I'll let you answer that, Detective Lieutenant.
It's probably predicated on where you take it off.
Right.
And your relationship to the location.
Reasonable assumption might be the winter gear might be inside the house.
Objection.
Is that a reasonable assumption, Detective Lieutenant?
No, Your Honor.
No, it's not a reasonable assumption that the man found dead without a jacket and coat on your front lawn may have his jacket and coat inside the house.
It's not reasonable that he would have his jacket inside the house? You wouldn't just assume that?
Well, using the term the house. You talking about any house?
Take a wild guess, asshole.
No, it's not reasonable.
You didn't think it was reasonable at the time
Still don't.
to even ask, could he have had a jacket off inside the house? And I'm talking about at the time, the initial stages of the investigation.
Who am I asking this question to?
Who do you think you're asking these questions to? The people that were located at the house.
Asking if you believed it was reasonable. If a man is found 30 feet outside the front door of a home and he's got no winter gear on whatsoever, that perhaps he came from inside the home not having donned his winter gear.
Objection.
Can you answer that, Detective Lieutenant?
It's not reasonable, given other information I had.
Have you ever experienced a homicide in which a body is dragged and a shoe being pulled off while the body's being dragged?
Nah, never heard of that in my life.
Objection.
I'll allow that.
I don't have experience with that.
Certainly not outside the realm of possibility as a professional investigator.
It's possible.
You were also aware that, at least initially, John O'Keefe may have been involved in a physical altercation.
Possible.
As a matter of fact, that was reported by one of your subordinates, Yuri Buchanan.
Yuri Buchanan.
It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men. Raining men.
To the medical examiner's office, right?
As a possibility, yes.
As a possibility. And you're aware that your other subordinate, Trooper Proctor,
Trooper Michael Proctor, PRO, CTOR.
But suffice it to say, at some time you both arrived around 10 a.m., is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And where did you go with the Canton Police when you arrived there?
We spoke with the Sergeant Sean Good.
Sean Good, Goode,
How are you employed, sir?
at the Canton Police Department.
How long have you been a member of the Canton?
17 years.
What, if anything, did you learn from Sergeant Good?
Sergeant Good informed us that while he was on scene, he identified Kerry Roberts, Jennifer McCabe, Karen Reed. He also informed us that Jennifer McCabe was out early in the night, Waterfall Bar in Canton, with some individuals, that she was the one who called 911.
Michael Proctor was the head detective on this case, and he was communicating with Officer Good. We now know that Officer Good has been suspended pending an investigation relating to Michael Proctor's text messages.
Oh, fuck her, bitch. Okay, so these came from me. Funny, I'm going through his retarded client's phone. No nude so far. And they found Mr. O'Keefe in the snow that morning.
There's a man passed out in the snow.
With regard to the parties that you just mentioned, prior to January 29th, 2022, had you ever met or were you aware of either Jennifer McCabe or Kerry Roberts or Karen Reed or John O'Keefe?
I've never met any of them.
After you speak with Sergeant Good, did you speak with anybody else at the Canton Police Station?
No.
And where did yourself and Sergeant Buchanan go from there?
We then traveled to the home of Matthew and Jennifer McCabe.
How long a period of time was it that you were with Sergeant Buchanan on that date of January 29th? 10
a.m. approximately, we met at Canton Police Department until we returned to the Canton Police Department that afternoon around 5:30 in the afternoon.
Which happens to be the time Karen Reed's SUV arrives at the Sallyport garage. And recall that no police officer found any taillight before that SUV arrived at that garage.
So I started out, of course it's undetermined. She was a whack job. Trooper DeChico responds, "Dear God, WTF, what the hell is inconclusive about the whole thing?"
Proctor's referring to text messages with fellow troopers. They're discussing the medical examiner's conclusion that the manner of death is undecided. This is great evidence for Karen Reed's team. Notice how upset the Irish officer DeChico got when he did not get a finding that this was a homicide. That's huge evidence that these officers know when a medical examiner determines that the manner of death is undetermined, there's an issue.
And as far as your indication there, as far as she was a whack job, who are you referring to there?
Miss Reed.
Now, as far as the undetermined or what you're talking about, what is sort of the content or the context of this conversation?
That would be the manner of death was determined to be undetermined by the medical examiner's office.
And so I ask you again, as far as your reference there in the bottom of the first page, as far as she was a whack job, whom do you believe you're referring to there?
Miss Reed.
We know Proctor referred to Karen Reed as a whack job.
C-U-N-T.
So don't spell it. These are your words, Trooper Proctor?
Yes, Your Honor.
Go ahead and say them.
Cunt.
But when he was communicating with that Mick DeChico about the medical examiner, he appears to call her a whack job as well.
Yes, she's a babe. Weird Fall River accent, though. No ass. Cunt.
According to certain information he had gotten from first responders, also believed that a physical altercation was possible.
It was possible, yes.
Okay. You also knew that the house would be a normal location to have other individuals who might have been involved in that physical altercation.
Objection.
Can you answer that, Detective Lieutenant? Can you answer that, Detective Lieutenant?
If he says no, I am calling Stonehill College, the college this dope played football for with John O'Keefe's brother, to determine how the hell he graduated.
An altercation could take place anywhere.
Exactly.
And people can often travel from the location of the altercation miles away to another location.
John O'Keefe was rendered incapacitated after Higgy Bear smashed him in the face and he hit the back of his head. He no longer can move. This dope is now telling us that perhaps John O'Keefe, I don't know, traveled after he was knocked out and killed.
Or they could travel 30 feet outside as well, correct?
Yes.
Became aware of Brian Higgins,
Brian Higgins.
correct?
Yes.
That name was bantied about as a potential witness in the investigation, correct?
Yes.
And you're aware that Brian Higgins indicated that he saw a tall, dark-haired man enter the home after he arrived, correct?
I'm not aware of that.
Wow, the supervising detective supervisor has no idea that Brian Higgins admitted to seeing someone else come in the house.
And the reason you're not aware of it is because nobody bothered to interview Brian Higgins
Brian Higgins.
February 10th.
Objection.
So in that form that's been sustained, ask it differently, Mr.
When was
Jackson.
Brian Higgins first interviewed?
February 7th?
In February, not January 29th, certainly.
Correct.
Although he was known to be inside the house.
Yes.
When I say this case was very simple to solve, because it was, unless you were literally within arm's distance of John O'Keefe between the time of 12:24 and 12:35, it is impossible for you to have killed him. Therefore, there are only 10 possible people that could have killed John O'Keefe. And yes, as dog owners, we include Chloe as a person.
They got rid of me.
Had you had the information, for instance, that Brian Higgins admitted to having seen a tall, dark-haired man walk in the house, that might have changed the complexion of your investigation at that time.
Objection.
Can you answer that, Detective Lieutenant?
In the off chance that Mr. Higgins presumably had said something like that. Off chance that Mr. Higgins said something like that.
But there was no question in your mind that a male did in fact show up, and you described him as tall and dark-haired, right?
Yes.
You were asked, a male showed up where? And you answered, quote, showed up at the house.
Off chance that Mr. Higgins said something like that.
That I didn't know. I think he was there very briefly. I was half paying attention to it. Question, did that male come inside the house? Answer, I believe he did. Do you remember that?
Yes.
So a male did come in the house.
No, I said I believe he did. I wasn't sure.
You were asked, so you saw someone else come? Answer, somebody else. Yes. That's what you testified to under oath.
Is that in reference to that?
What page are you on, Mr. Jackson?
Old Higgy Bear is trapped, and even Auntie Bev knows the significance of this actual question.
Thank you.
Look at the top part that I highlighted. You were asked the question, quote, did that male come inside the house?
Just look at the change in our big boy's face after he was presented with a document indicating that he admitted under oath that he saw another guy come in the house.
You answered, I believe he did. Question, so you saw someone else come? Answer, somebody else. Yes. Correct?
Yes, but I also said that I wasn't paying
Mr. Higgins,
attention.
I realize that you want to explain your answer. I've asked you a very simple question. Was that your testimony in front of another proceeding?
Yes, it was.
At another proceeding, which you were under oath?
Yes, it was.
That was the FBI.
Okay. You also said that you only remember seeing that person come in briefly. You were asked how long was the person in there roughly, and you said it was quick. Less than a couple of minutes. I mean, it was quick.
Yes.
And then you were asked what he looked like, and you said, I feel like they were a little bit taller. They had dark hair, correct?
Yes.
Off chance that Mr. Higgins said something like that.
So you testified that a tall, dark-haired male came into the house, at least briefly, correct?
Yes.
If you look at the 10 possible suspects, the only person it could be is John O'Keefe.
Approximately when in the timeline of events did that unidentified male enter the residence?
I don't know the time frame. It would have been while I was there.
When you gave your statement to the Massachusetts State Police, you didn't tell them about a tall, dark-haired male coming into the residence at 34 Fairview, did you?
I don't recall.
Hell no, he's not telling the dopes at the Massachusetts State Police anything, but we know he takes the FBI seriously.
You were specifically asked when you testified before the state court grand jury who else was present, correct?
Yes.
And you never mentioned a tall, dark-haired male coming into the house, did you?
No.
Whoops, must have forgot.
However, on June 1st, 2023, at this other proceeding,
FBI.
you were specifically instructed that it was a crime to give materially false statements in that proceeding, correct?
Yes.
And that's the proceeding in which you admitted that there was a tall, dark-haired male who came in the house. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Can you answer that, yes or no?
No, I can't, Your Honor.
Next question, Mr. Jackson.
The quotes that I just read you and that you just looked at,
Yes.
that was from the June 1, 2023 hearing, wasn't it?
I don't know.
What was just read, and that's another page. Just take a look at that page. What's the date, sir?
June 1st?
How long did you stay at Albert Residence in total? From the time you got there till the time you left?
Maybe like a half hour, less than an hour.
And what time did you leave? Say 12:30, you said?
I think I said between 12:30 and 1 a.m.
And you indicated that you pretty much didn't say goodbye to anybody, right?
At the house, I just kind of left. I said, see you later, turn around, left.
As a matter of fact, at that same hearing, your statement was, I made a beeline out of there.
I don't know if that's the verbiage I used, but I left.
Why the rush?
Well, I kind of punched John in the face, he hit the back of his head, and now he's dead outside.
Why did you leave so quick?
Because it was a long day and I just wanted to go home.
Except you didn't go home, did you?
No, I went back to Canton PD.
I would certainly need more information describing this person. I would ask a series of questions to narrow it down to make sure that this person was John O'Keefe. We would normally follow the evidence, correct?
But in point of fact, nobody did seek a warrant to go inside the house, correct?
Correct.
Nobody did seek to have, and nobody asked for consent.
Correct.
Failing to question the only 10 people that could have possibly killed John O'Keefe is not only negligent, it almost cost Karen Reed her life. It's very clear now Tully was the brains of this operation after Higgy Bear killed John O'Keefe. He's the one pulling the strings, and he's the one we're going to microanalyze in the subsequent videos. But we will not stop producing him until the real killer,
Brian Higgins,
is brought to justice.
He had absolutely no reason to search the house.
Oh, only a true masshole wears a jacket in winter.
Can you believe I'm in charge of other detectives?